Getting started with 1-800-HOME hotline is easy. Once you've gotten your email with your username and password, just simply go to the login page here and enter your information in the appropriate fields. If you happen to forget your password, you can always click on the Forgot Password link in order to have an email sent to you with a reset password. We're going to go ahead and get logged in. When you first get logged in, you'll be taken to the dashboard menu. Here you'll see the date that you signed up, the package that you're signed up in, the date of your next bill, as well as your toll-free number assigned to the account. After you've signed up your account, there's a couple pieces of critical information that you'll want to set up in order to get your service working. Go to the Account Information tab under the main menu, and then the Settings option. This information is used to populate the virtual brochure box, as well as the information that we'll use in order to send you alerts. Agent name, address, city, state, and zip code is not critical information, but the cell phone number will be used to send you text alerts when people call about your properties. The same is true about the license number, company logo, and agent name. None of these fields are required, but are used to populate the virtual brochure. You do want to select your time zone so that the notifications that we send you, whether you choose text, email, or both, are sent during the times that you choose. Set those times by selecting the options from the drop-down menus here. The next thing you'll want to do in order to get your service up and running is establish a main greeting. The main greeting is what users hear immediately upon calling into your toll-free number. If you choose not to record a greeting, users will be prompted to simply enter an ID. There are two ways to establish your greeting. First, you can have the system call you at a number that you specify. For example, we'll use 800-555-1212 here. Once you click the Call and Record button, our system will call you at that number and immediately put you into a recording mode. Once you're done with the recording, you'll press pound to save that recording. Another way that you can choose your main greeting is by simply uploading a pre-recorded file. This is done as normal uploads are done by clicking on the Browse button and selecting a file from the list of files on your desktop. Once you've uploaded your file, don't forget to click Update in order to save the changes. Now that you've established your basic account settings, the next step is to go through and create properties. To do so, go to the main menu, Properties, then the Create Property submenu. Let's go through each of the fields so that you have an understanding of what they mean. The extension is the ID users will enter to hear information about the properties when they call your toll-free number. Your reference ID is for your own use. You might want to use your MLS ID so that you can easily keep track of the properties that you have in both this system and your own systems. The affiliate code is unused at this time. The property address information is used to populate the virtual brochure box and will automatically provide a link to directions in the virtual brochure. Information under the Information and Video Tour section, bedrooms, bathrooms, etc., will automatically also be put into the virtual brochure. The next step in your property configurations are the marketing channels. Marketing channels are an additional digit on top of your 3-digit extension that are used to identify where advertisement is coming from. For example, in a yard sign, you may have your number be 888-300-3532 with an extension of 102 in this case. You might want to run a magazine ad, in which case you would use the same toll-free number, but instead of putting in simply 102 for the extension, you would put 1024. When the caller enters the extension 1024, our system will identify that the call came from your magazine ad as opposed to from the yard sign, which is used with the 3-digit extension. In the same way, you could identify whether a caller came from a web page by putting the extension 1021 on the web page, so that when they call in and enter an extension 1021, we will report to you that the call originated from ads that you had on a web page. You can change each of these marketing channels to anything you like, and we will report that information in your call log. The next field is the brochure title. This title serves as the headline in the brochure and will be automatically populated in your virtual brochure box. The property description allows you to add any additional information you'd like potential buyers to know. You may already have a description from your MLS listing that you may want to just copy and paste into this field. The text message field is the text that will be sent back to the user should they choose to have a text message response sent to them after listening to the property message. We suggest clicking on the Add Link to Virtual Brochure button, as this will automatically populate a link that will be sent to them so that they'll be able to view your virtual brochure box on their smartphone. Next are the recordings for the actual greeting file that users will hear when calling into your toll-free number. As with the main greeting, you can either choose to upload a file by clicking on the Browse button. Here again, .wav or WAV or MP3 files are the only valid file types. Again, please make sure there are no spaces in the file names when uploading them. Of course, you also have the option here again to enter a phone number at which you would like the system to call you so that you can record a message over the phone. The last step in the process of creating the property is to add any images you'd like to include in your virtual brochure. To do so, just click Add Image, browse to the images on your computer, and then click the Upload button. You can add as many images as you need. Once you're done, close the box and be sure to click Update/Save. Keep in mind that maximum image size is 1 megabyte. If your images exceed that size, you can click on the resize link here that will take you to an external website where you can resize your images to meet the 1 megabyte maximum. Once we've entered all the information and click the Update Save button, we'll be taken back to the main menu where we can see the properties. Let's take a look at what the virtual brochure looks like for one of the properties so that you can see why all this information was entered. We'll look at property 101 that we've entered previously. When you click on the view link for the virtual brochure, you can see that the images are automatically included and a nice little summary given for that particular property. The virtual brochure is what users will see when they ask for a text message to be sent to their phone and you clicked on the link for the virtual brochure box in the text message part of the property. That's it. That's all there is to getting started with 1-800-HOME hotline and creating properties. One last piece of information. In order to use the interactive text feature, you'll need to combine your agent ID, in this case 103, with the property ID in order to give the code for users to text to. You can see a sample of this by clicking on the Need Signs tab. Here you'll see a sample sign writer that you may use on one of your homes. In this case, the agent ID 103 is combined with the property ID 101 to create the text code that your users will send for the interactive text features. They will always send the text code to the number 65744 homes. Again, they will use a combination of the agent ID and the property ID and send that string to the number 65744 homes. Congratulations on getting your new 1-800-HOMEHotline.com system set up.